It was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be
forward.
like a horse with blinkers on.
Honestly say, I was about to have
Corrupt
sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
My name is Bongo Kwelo Flepu from Kayamandi. Call myself an art activist. I work for the community to develop the community through art.
Hello, I'm Diogo. I'm from Brazil, but I'm here now in Stellenbosch. And then today I feel like I am cosmic dust trying to do something nice in this world.
My name is Zach Mkwira. I'm from Bulawayo in Zimbabwe, but apparently I live here in SA, in Gordons Bay. I'm a visual artist and I like to paint.
Hi, my name is Anrich. I live in Kleersville, Stellenbosch. I do paintings, mostly nature stuff, nature scenes, ocean scenes. I also do drawings. I like doing sculptures sometimes. And at the moment I'm going into a little bit of tattooing.
Hi, my name is Lundi. I'm from Bizana. I'm an artist, creative. I stay in Huguenot for the moment here in Cape Town.
Looking back to myself, how I got to become an artist, it was through my uncle from Zim. He was disabled himself, but they wanted to form an organization that would bring in people together. It was called Zimbabwe Integration Through Arts. So, art was going to be used as a vehicle to communicate and bridge the gap between the void space that was in between the able-bodied and the disabled people. So they formed that organization. So as a person, my uncle, he didn't have legs. So he was using a wheelchair. So where he went, I was his legs. I was pushing him everywhere he was going. So when they were formulating such organizations, such an organization, I was there. So directly I was involved. So I was trained to become, or how to hold brushes. But the first training that I got was to be able to work with children with disabilities first. Not to look down upon them, but to include them into the community.
Well, me, I started at the age of 12. Started with drawing. It was in grade 6. My grade 6 teacher actually inspired me a little. He did a sketch once just to show us what to do, and just like in 5 seconds, he drew like a small tree, but it looked like a real tree if you got up close. Like just 5 seconds, that inspired me a lot. But art was always in my family. I come from a background of artists. My mother could draw, my father could draw, my sister could draw. Both my brothers can still draw. So art was always there, part of my life.
I also was inspired by my uncle. I remember I was still very young. So he drew a soccer boot, because he used to like playing soccer. And he drew that Jumma Chumma boot, I remember it. So when I saw the picture, like how you were inspired by that tree, I thought, hey, I also want to draw like my uncle. So I used to draw all the cartoons I used to see on TV as I grew up. But my family, as I matured now, because I used to mess up my school books as well, and they never understood. They would say, what's so important about drawing? What are you trying to do? Study, be a doctor, be a lawyer, be a whatever. But, I just fell in love with it and I couldn't stop.
Me as an artist, I started from the young, but my parents didn't give me support that much because they were not aware what art is. My father used to hire books for me in the library. Instead of reading them, I draw them. I draw the pictures,
So from then, and then I met the brothers here in Cape Town, where art activists also. Lundi Mama is the guy that inspired me as an artist, the thinking that art is not about hoo-ha, wearing suits, it's about to develop the community, So from there I've learned so much, so I took that knowledge until now. So now I have this gallery now to present the artists, also to protect them from the vultures, from the vultures, and also develop them to be to know the business side of art. You mustn't be one-dimensional, as an artist. You must also be able to know the business sides of things, and also to equip the young coming artists. So that's what art means to me, It's about more community development.
We started to do that project in Ikaya.
Ikaya Primary, yes.
In here, in Kayamandi. And then it was really scary because the first time in my life, it's scary because first time in my life I was being a teacher and speaking in one language because I'm not fluent. I'm still learning English. And the kids don't understand completely English. And then I need to speak in my English to Bongo translate to Kosa to do our project. And that's just my first time trying teaching. Yeah. And then I didn't feel like I'm not ready to do some arts project because I'm not ready like an artist. I'm still learning and I need to learn more to teach. But then when I saw that kids completely happy and very interested in drawing and more kids coming to drawing and look and very excited to we do stencil art and doing stencil in everywhere and I said, Bongo, please help me, we need to put the order in here. But the kids was really, and then I just looked that wall and then I thought, whoa man, this is art.
We had a conversation, me and Lundi, about the children, that we're teaching in Ikaya or sitting in art, If we're not doing that, and then there's people in the community that will inspire the kids in wrong ways, because there is people who are in the communities who are coded 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, so the kids, they're watching, as we're saying, you will get into a finer detail of things in life, so you see things, you see people, how they walk, how they talk, so kids adapt easy, into those things, as now you saw, they were into that, like in an instant, and then they couldn't stop, they even, now do the things, themselves, now because they their mind is easy to catch everything.
They want to explore and do more and learn more.
My brother, now if we don't do anything as artists, then we're putting our communities and our children in danger,
Our communities, most of them infected with the wrong ideas, the impact of alcohol and drugs. So young people are busy into those things. But for instance, if we take these things that we're talking about, arts, be it visuals, be it poetry, be it music, be it even carving, sculpture, all those things, put them across to the young people. Actually, the main component to show them is to put the rand on top of it so that they know that they're going to earn a living out of it. It's a job-creating sector.
So it's a wrong perception, in art we have to be rich, because there are stories that are not told yet, in our societies or in the whole world, We are known about the poor and the rich. We don't know the middlemen on the spiritual side of things, So art is spiritual, more than you will think of, you will get money out of art, Maybe that's why artists are poor, so they must think why we're poor, And focus in there, not on how we can get rich, because even get rich now, as we made a conversation last time, these things are spiritual, from going to circumcision to, you get to a spiritual level of things, there's a level you get into, you change, So being an artist is a poor artist, and then you will go for the rich, and you might change and be corrupt, and forget what you started this thing for, As father is saying, he's inspired by his uncle, that thing was beauty, right? There was no money involved there, but that thing, you stayed on it, and then you still continue serving the community. Now, when there's money involved, you know, as you mentioned, Father, this politician guy, they start with beautiful hearts, you know, and then there's money involved. And now the guys, you know, they get bigger, you know, they get wrong powers, you know, they start now to fly above us and don't see the people. So, I mean, art, I think we mustn't associate it with money, but with beauty and how we can change people's lives, you know, because art is out there and supposed to be out there, not inside the galleries even, you know.
Within maybe a community or society in general, for artists to be saying that they are poor and whatnot, there is something wrong with the whole that causes. Why did you trying to hammer a nail into a wall and you hit your finger? Your eyes were not focusing most. Or your ears heard something else and you turned. So it works like that. I mean, we'll have to use you put as an example, but with what you've been able to do so far for artists within a community that you've been in. You're creating a platform. You've created a platform whereby artists can actually sell their work if they want to sell their work. You're synchronizing all these bits and pieces so that artists can be creative and be able to. I think if we all work together, it's not just there's people who are business minded most. There's people who are good talkers. There's people who do many different things. But if we all just hold hands and sing one song.
People need to make a living, you know, but it comes back to Lund, you know, it's a responsibility for the community at large, you know, because, I mean, when artists, you know, you're not business-minded. So now you need the other hand to move your art pieces, you know. But again, you know, what is an art piece from start, you know? How does it come to be an art piece there, you know? Do you think, or it comes spiritual or natural, or maybe you plan, or maybe you take what references from, you know, from the pictures and everything like that. How does it come, you know? Because there are people who dream about these things, you know. Now you tell me now, are you going to sell your dreams? Put the price on your dreams.
Going back to the same point of saying art is spiritual, it's spiritual. Yes, it could be spiritual. Yeah, but also if you plan your things well, you take it as a business. Take art as a business. Like any other business one is bound to be doing or want to do or want to engage into. So once you have done that, you know your market. Who is your target market and where you're going to take your product. So if you've got those in place, things in place, then you are bound to make a living or a success out of it. You see, if you look at art as just something, just like we've been discussing now, that just putting on the wall with no value. But once you give value to it yourself from inside, put a dollar sign on it, put a rand sign on it, then you reap out of it. You see, follow your dreams, do it properly. Once it's done properly, it will give back to you. You will smile. That is art.
Yeah, my dream as an artist is to make art accessible to our communities, to the youth, you know, as they grow, so that they know that there's other life out there, you know, creative side of things.
So my dream is, as a painter, as an artist, is to fill the void spaces that are with my works of art, my creativity.
My dream is to add value to people's lives through art.
My dream as an artist is to open people's eyes to the wonders of nature, to all the beautiness that's out there in the world. Because art is not just about what you put on the canvas, art is all around us.
Yazi, you should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong. You should ever sit and talk with people, or else take a walk and create a straight talk. Talk what is nice, it will make you feel stronger. Listen what is right and say what is wrong.
My name is Bongo Kwelo Flepu from Kayamandi. Call myself an art activist. I work for the community to develop the community through art.
Hello, I'm Diogo. I'm from Brazil, but I'm here now in Stellenbosch. And then today I feel like I am cosmic dust.
It was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be like
forward.
a horse with blinkers on.
Honestly say, I was about to have
Corrupt
sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
Trying to do something nice in this world.
My name is Zach Mkwira. I'm from Bulawayo in Zimbabwe, but apparently I live here in SA, in Gordons Bay. I'm a visual artist and I like to paint.
Hi, my name is Anrich. I live in Kleersville, Stellenbosch. I do paintings, mostly nature stuff, nature scenes, ocean scenes. I also do drawings. I like doing sculptures sometimes. And at the moment, I'm going into a little bit of tattooing.
Hi, my name is Lundi. I'm from Bizana. I'm an artist, creative. I stay in Huguenot for the moment here in Cape Town.
Looking back to myself, how I